Post-plan, if we get data that weather storm is coming, what do we do to solve oil pipeline?
Sure. Our happy evidence outlining several response mechanisms. We would be sharing the data globally that would allow us to do things like turn off the interconnections and prevent the electromagnetic radiation from penetrating.
See, that is your generic response for like solving.
No, all right.
Okay, hold on. What do we do in Africa to solve pipeline?
Sure. It's talking about the surges in the oil transmitters along main pipelines. Turning off those transmitters.
We tell African countries there's a solar storm coming and they respond?
They turn off the pipeline.
Okay, why does Africa
predicted, prepared, to certainly be the way
forward? Why is African biodiversity the linchpin of biodiversity?
Sure, our evidence indicates that it's a key source of rainforests, which provide a unique input into global biodiversity that cannot be found elsewhere.
So killing rainforests is causing extinction?
That's the argument.
Why haven't, the destruction of other rainforests caused extinction?
Well, this evidence is pretty specific to African rainforests. I'm assuming it's about the keystone species. I'm not
why would a war in Africa escalate?
Oh, yeah, sure. This Open New part is actually pretty phenomenal. Since that there was a conference of 400 experts, and they compared existential threats and shows that this one was the biggest single threat. There are multiple vested power interests in the region. China is buying significant amounts of oil from it.
So because they buy oil, they're at war with one another?
Al-Qaeda is acquiring nuclear weapons in the region. It's very good on this question.
I struggle to conceive how NASA's scientific credibility defends Arctic conflicts. So why don't you explain that?
Actually, yeah, our evidence is pretty good too. Scientific collaboration being the vital starting point for a
that evidence is interesting because it's in the context of things like ice core drills and research within the Arctic.
No,
find me the word NASA in that term.
You're right, it's talking about research. Our evidence indicates
where do you have evidence in NASA?
It's like ISMAR is a NASA program surveilling the Arctic.
Okay, but your internal evidence says that as long as there is scientific research and cooperation in the region, war doesn't happen. And it's in the context of things like drilling for ice cores and programs.
Sure, we would say that programs like ISMAR were being ineffective in the status quo because of fundamental shifts.
What about other scientific programs there?
We say that NASA is ineffective now.
There's no system for governance or research there in the status quo, and when ice is melting next year, that means people have seaplanes.
What is a cyber?
Our evidence says the opposite.
What is a cyber
attack?
What is a cyber attack?
Other nations or adversaries would attack our cyber systems, due to military infrastructure, financial infrastructure, with viruses, attack mechanisms.
How does smart power solve?
Sure, our evidence is pretty good at establishing things like rule of the roads and verifiable mechanisms.
How do those things
constrain
the rogue actors in countries?
Sure, one is deterrence mechanisms, two is the ability to establish.
Explain that. What do you mean deterrence mechanisms?
If we can know exactly who attacked us, they would have.
But you just said treaties. What do treaties have to do with knowing who attacked us?
They would establish a rules of the road as to what is and is not conductible. They would establish safety mechanisms, inspections, things like that.
Vocabulary is what establishes deterrence.
What was the question?
So vocabulary establishes deterrence.
It's not just vocabulary. It's an international legal regime concerning smart power that would define things like viruses, so that we build